I think a lot of people missed this too. This thing sat there on that counter for probably over 30 minutes, before I grabbed it. So hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another Carolina thrift video. In today's video, we're going to go to an estate sale. Hopefully here we can find some good things. Tag along for the ride and stay until the end where I can go over the finds that I found here and talk about a negative feedback story that happened to me over the weekend. Appreciate everyone watching, and if desired, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe.
Yeah, we're still back to the street.
So a very important tip when going to an estate sale is to study the map of the house if you can, if they give a very good detailed description on their websites of the sale. Here I knew right where the golf clubs were if this Green Bay Packers fan would get out of my way. But anyway, he was a nice guy. But the golf club's right in the garage, so I knew right where to go. So you will see here in a second me head right to the garage and find some golf clubs that really wasn't worth a whole lot of money. So this estate sale, it looked to be, occupied by an older couple, because there was a lot of older tools, a lot of older equipment, like this thing right here, which was very interesting. I'm sure it was valuable. It's not something I'm willing to ship. Also found some cool vintage tools over here. Actually comped that C-clamp out and didn't really comp out that much. I think they only wanted $5. And of course, like most estate sales, a lot of this stuff was already kind of overpriced, so it was kind of slim pickings on picking anything up at the time. Not one of my normal pickups, but I did notice a Coleman lantern up there. This place had a lot of lanterns. The lantern was $30, so I did pass on it. Down underneath the workbench, there was a really cool gas can under here. I think they wanted like 20 bucks, but it was full of gas, so probably old gas too, so definitely left that. So up on the top shelf here, I did discover a vintage, it's like a cassette Walkman, and I do look for these because they can be very valuable. This one, however, I did look up, was worth like 20 and they wanted 12, so not worth getting.
There's your records.
So this Clemson Monopoly game was pretty cool. I thought it was at least. They wanted, I think, $12, but it only comped to like $20, $25, so I did leave it. I don't know what James Brown was worth here, but I wasn't feeling good for 40 bucks on that, so I did pass. So this place did have a ton of glass. Unfortunately, I don't know a whole lot about glass, so it was a hard pass for me. Alright, so in this part of the video, you'll see I am going through the garments of the men's clothes here. Looks like you had a lot of older garments in here, and I did fish out a few good finds. This one in particular is an LL Bean long sleeve double pocket shirt, and I did look it up and looked pretty decent. There was no prices on any of these garments, so I did get a bulk deal at the end. Also fished out the single stitch House of Blues t-shirt. Looked pretty cool and pretty decent shape. Not sure how old this shirt was, but it was single stitched and it looks like it was his old retired shirt. So I did pick this up and got with my whole bulk deal. Along with this Hathaway shirt here. This is I want to say a vintage or a nice casual Hathaway sweater that I did look up sold comps for that brand, and they look to be pretty decent. And I found these boots right here, which was made by a company called Acme. I actually show you inside the tongue here where it says Acme, and these had a decent sold comp on them as well. This hat here was probably my find of the day. This was a beanie stocking winter cap made by Sklits. I'll talk more about later in the video. But I paid $1 for it. It had been sitting there for over 30 minutes, so definitely picked that up. And there was another stocking cap, which I did leave. This stocking cap here was interesting. This is like an old military style hat. They wanted $5 for it. It only comped about $20, $25, so I did leave it. I feel like I should have probably taken my time and looked at some of the kitchenware here. Unfortunately, I passed on all of it. I didn't really give it the time of day, but I do need to learn a little bit more about this stuff because some of this stuff can be very valuable. Oh, so here's another lesson too to remember at an estate sale. Do not leave something behind if you're looking at it. The boots fell that I was holding in my hand, and I went to go put them in another spot, and a lady grabbed these two vintage books from under me, so I missed out. Hey guys, and welcome back. So it is definitely a different day now. It is a Monday. Yes, Monday, February the 8th. Is it the 8th? Yeah, it's the 8th. And that was film that I took place on a Friday. Yeah, Friday morning estate sale. So definitely took you along for that little adventure. I got a decent amount of stuff, some cool things that I'm gonna talk about in this video. And you know, some good bolo items too, stuff I've never really known and some stuff I did know. But anyway guys, I'm gonna jump in the video, and before I do that, I'm gonna share with y'all, I did get a negative feedback over the weekend. And I mean, I don't know, I'll put the message in the screen and I will read out to what it said. But it was an unfortunate event. Maybe it's on me, I don't know. That's why I do like. Basically, I sold a vintage chessboard, and it says with pieces, not sure a year, and to see all the photos. So it would take someone who was very, you know, knowledgeable on this whole deal to buy it. And I had a lot of watchers and a lot of views, and I was asking $40. A buyer reached out with very low feedback score and offered me $30 plus the shipping. And I took it. You know, I didn't know anything about the chessboard. It could have been worth hundreds of dollars, I'm not sure, but I did get it in a vintage lot of old toys. You can look back in like one of my old videos, and I able to see that in the video where I pulled it out of that box with a bunch of 70s and 80s toys. But anyway, and of course the negative feedback came back as chessboard was properly taken care of and somewhat old but not vintage at all. And of course I did fire back and say buyer was provided non-detailed photos, and the buyer was also given extra info. So I don't know, that's the ins and outs of running a resale business. You're gonna have people who have not so nice things to say sometimes, and I mean, we're not all perfect, and I don't always get it right either, so can't say I wasn't at fault. But did I deserve negative feedback? I mean, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't even give me really a chance to help him out. And I did call eBay, and I did film the whole entire recording, and I really don't think they're doing much about your negative feedback anymore. It is what it is. I just keep on rolling with the punches, and that's usually what you do in a business anyway. But anyway, guys, I am going to stick this camera on a stand now, and I'm going to show you what I found at the estate sale. And guys, hope y'all get some good information out of that, so put that up here. Alright guys, so I hope you can see me pretty good. Basically what I'm going to do is just tell you about all the items that I found there at that estate sale. You probably saw a lot of it at the footage at the beginning of the video. Most of the stuff is garments. I didn't, you know, the golf clubs, they really wasn't worth anything, so passed. And then the tools, didn't really mess with the tools, and a lot of things were overpriced, and it was on the first day of the sale, so. And there was probably some good deals afterwards. I just didn't go back. But anyway, dive into it and show you what I found. The biggest thing I found that has the biggest return on investment is this beanie hat. It's got slits on there. And from research, I didn't really know, but from doing a little research, you know, at the estate sale, and you know, coming back home and talking to some people that were a little older than me, this is a beer company, I guess, back in the 70s or 60s, but whatever. So it's a vintage beanie stocking winter cap. And I paid $1 for it, and it's worth, you know, around $40, $50. I already have it listed on eBay, and I have like 2 watchers on it, so I'm pretty sure it sells pretty decently, anywhere from that $35 to $45 range. And of course, free shipping. I mean, it doesn't even weigh like maybe 3 or 4 ounces. So I think a lot of people miss this too. This thing sat there on that counter for probably over 30 minutes, you know, before I grabbed it. So definitely was a good score, and glad I picked it up. Guys, the next thing I picked up was these vintage Acme boots. So I did look these up while I was at the estate sale, and they comped out to about $35 to $45. Of course, you know, I'm throwing the sold comps in the screen here for you, so you can get an idea on the value of this stuff that I picked up. And if you want to know what I paid for everything off the get-go, I did pay $13 or $15 for everything. He wanted $10 for the boots, and then I kind of tried to talk him down, and he didn't really want to get talked down, so he said I could have everything for $11, and then I had 2 hats added onto it, so should see a little decent profit out of it. So the next up, I did find 2 vintage t-shirts. Yes, I can call this vintage because hopefully it's vintage. I mean, I guess I gotta watch my way of saying vintage, but it does have single stitching in it on the sleeves. So this one, I do not know the value of it, It's a retiree shirt. It's pretty cool. Actually, might wear it myself one day. I don't know. I'll probably sell it. But it's made by a company called Hanko. I'm not that familiar, but from looking up Hanko shirts, their sold comps are very high. And hopefully, there's no sold comp for this particular shirt, but I mean, I probably will do pretty well on it, I hope at least. Then we also got the House of Blues shirt. It was a single stitch, solid black. There was a sold comp on this shirt. It looks like it sells for like 15 to 20 bucks. But you can see there, House of Blues in New Orleans, however you want to say it. So not a bad pickup there for 2 vintage shirts. I think that was the only 2 shirts I found in his closet that were t-shirt with single stitch. So wish there would have been more. Also found this vintage LL Bean. See, it's a long sleeve double pocket shirt. So I've been finding a lot of LL Bean stuff lately. My golf clubs haven't been moving a lot, so just trying to explore other categories, and I've been coming across a lot of LL Bean stuff lately, so I've been learning about it. So I got this one listed on eBay right now, I think for like 20 bucks. Not a bad little pickup. So I got also found this vintage Hathaway. It's like a really nice casual sweater. And they did have a decent, I mean, not decent sold comps, but they were probably selling anywhere from $15 to $25, especially with this pattern. This is like a flag pattern, as you can see it. And then I got it listed on eBay already for like, I think 20 bucks plus shipping, because it does have some weight to it. I don't think this will go first class, so definitely wasn't too bad there. I picked up these 2 hats right at the end. They were marked at $1 a piece. I figured it couldn't go wrong since it was, you know, I guess you'd say vintage. I mean, this one is 1997, the Ocean Course here in Kiawah Island, the World Cup. So I paid $1 for it, so maybe 10, 15 bucks. And then I also got this Clemson University hat. It's made by a company called Top of the World. So I'm not too familiar with it, but from what I looked up, I mean, maybe 15, 20 bucks. So not too bad there. Also, when I was on the way back, I just stopped by a Goodwill. I didn't find a whole lot, just a few golf clubs and nothing really to note other than these shoes here. I did want to tell you about these shoes I found. These are FootJoy Classic golf cleats. So basically, I paid $6 for them. They comp out as high as $100. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get $100 for them. I'll probably let them go on a best offer. I think I have mine on eBay right now for $85. I'll throw the screenshot here of the listing that I have. I already have 2 or 3 watchers, I think, right now, so I don't expect them to last too long. So definitely a bolo item to look after. Look after the FootJoy Classics with all leather. You can usually tell because they'll have this nice, cool design around them. And they'll say classic. This is kind of faded, but not a bad pickup for $6 in a Goodwill. Hey guys, so that's the end of today's video. I do appreciate y'all watching. And if you did like today's video, please don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. That'd be great. And if you want, subscribe to the channel if you desire to do that. That'd be awesome as well. Anyway, guys, y'all have a great rest of your week and day, and we'll see you on the next one. See ya.